Alright.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a sewing tutorial. I am currently wearing what I made. So this is going to be part of a new series that I'm starting. Basically, I'm going to take pieces out of the collections that I make. So this is a part of my spring collection that I was designing up, and I took this piece of this one little part of it for right now, and I actually made it and designed it and created the outfit that I was looking for. So that's basically what's going to happen. I'm going to design things, and then from that you'll see a picture like this one right here of what I created and then the creation of it. So in this tutorial I'm going to be creating these suede overalls so if you guys are interested in this video, then keep on watching.
Okay, so here's some of the material that you're going to need. You're going to need a ruler, scissors, measuring tape, pins, elastics, and buttons. Now, for the material, I have suede. I took about 1 yard and a quarter of suede for me to do this entire project with a little bit extra material. You will also need a pattern, which I'll show you how to create a little later on, and a sewing machine. So we're making these overalls out of a simple bloomer pattern. So what I did is I folded my fabric together so that I could cut out 2 patterns at the same time, and they're exactly identical. So you can make this pattern out of any pair of jeans that you own. Make sure you fold it out so that you have the crotch part at a tip all the way up, and then do the same thing for the back part. Make sure you have that little bit part sticking out, and then go the length of your jeans, or shorten it, lengthen it, that part's up to you. So what you want to do is make the bottom part the length of the circumference of your leg, and the top part half of your waist size. Add about 2 inches to 3 inches more if you want to make it high-waisted, and add an inch after that so that you have room for the elastic to go in afterwards. Now I'm taking my ruler and measuring out a 1/4 of an inch all the way around the fabric and tracing it out. Flip it over, place the pattern down, and then do the exact same thing, a 1/4 of an inch all the way around for your seam allowance, and about 1.5 inches for the bottom for the elastic part as well. I also cut out 2 rectangle pieces, one for the front, which is a bit bigger, and one for the back of your overalls. Also cut out 2 longer rectangular pieces for the straps of the overall. So since this is the circumference of your leg, what you want to do is match up the crotch pieces together and hem all the way along this line. This way we only have 1 seam for the pants leg, and hem from the crotch line all the way down to right above where you want the elastic line to start. Now, depending on the type of fabric, you want to press down the seams open so that it's easier to sew the rest of the material together. My fabric, I didn't have to do that because it was so thick in the first place. I just had to lay the flaps. What you want to do now is take one of the pant leg and flip it inside out so the right side is facing us, and then place it inside the other pant leg, line up the crotch line and line up your waistline together. Since we left about 1 inch and a little bit, you want to start from that line that we created from your hip line where the elastic is going to be. Start from that in the back from that point, and then hem all the way down and around to the raw edge on the front of your pants. So now that that is all sewn up, what you want to do is take out the pant leg from it, and you have something that looks like a pants. Yay! Now you can go try it on and make sure it actually does go over your butt and your hips and it fits you properly. So now we're coming back to the front panel and the back panel of the overalls. What you want to do is take that longer piece that we had, fold it in half. I have to keep checking to see which side was the right side for my material. So fold it on so that the wrong side is facing you, and then design whatever pattern you want your front panel to look like. I decided to have it A-shaped, so I took 2 inches in from the raw edge and the manufactured edge, and then about 1/4 of an inch from the raw edge and manufactured edge at the bottom, and then lined it up that way. And I took about 1/2 an inch from the bottom half. And then what I wanted to do was pin along the side hems lines that we have, and then sew along there, and then do the same thing for the back panel. So the back panel, I made it a little bit differently. I decided to round off my edges at the top part, but you could do whatever you want. This is up to your creation at this point. What you want to do is now just sew those 2 side lines and leave the bottom part open. Stop right before the line that you have for the seam allowance at the bottom. So what you want to do after all that is sewn up is flip it inside out so the raw edges are on the inside. And then you want to attach it to the pant itself. I attached it onto the line where I'm going to fold up for the waist to insert the elastic. That's where I sewed it. I don't know if you want to try something else, but that's what worked for me, although it might not be the cleanest. So after that's all done, what you want to do is fold up that extra bit of material that we still have on the pants and fold it directly to the line itself for the waist, and just sew all around the outside of that. Now because we did not sew all the way to the raw edge on the back, what you should notice is that we have a little opening still within that waistline so that you can insert the elastic a little bit later on. You want to do the same thing to the bottom parts of your pants as well, the pants leg, and then take your elastics and measure around your waist for it to fit comfortably where you want it to lie, and then also for your ankles as well. So now what you want to do is take your safety pin, pin it to your elastic, and start threading it through that opening that we have in both the waist and the 2 ankles. Once it's all threaded through, what you want to do is take both sides and then pull it to make sure it's evenly distributed around all the elastic, and then pin the elastics together and try it on and make sure that's exactly where you want it to be. If not, then just keep adjusting it until you have the comfortability of where you want it to sit on your waist. Then take your elastic, fold one edge over the other, and then sew it down in sort of a box-like shape so that the stitches doesn't break or bend as the elastic stretches. Cut off any extra elastic that you have and then slide it into the band. And then what you want to do is take your needle and thread and start sewing the opening closed, and try to slip stitch it, which is basically to stitch in such a way that you don't actually see the thread holding the material together. Okay, almost done. All we have to do now is sew down the edges for the straps that we want and then flip them inside out after the top part. One top part is sewn down and the Okay, so now I'm going to show you the buttons. What you want to do is place 2 dots of where you want the buttons to be, and then snip a little tiny hole big enough to get the button through, but not too big to actually ruin the fabric of the material in any such way. So now you could get these button sets from anywhere. I got mine from Michael's, and it gave me all the materials that I would need to actually put them together. The only extra thing that I needed was a hammer, as you will see. So they have about 4 parts, and I'm doing the front parts now. And what you want to do is slide the the flat part into the hole, and make sure it's on the right side that's actually going to be facing everybody, and then put the part that will actually clip it to the other half of the button on the inside, and then pound it down. You'll just see, just watch. Okay, so now one last time you want to try on the overalls again, and then have the straps attached. Make it come over, and then see where you want it to be attached to the front. Make a dot there, and then do the same steps as attaching a button as well. Once that's done, you want to cut off the excess fabric that you do not need. You could choose where you want to cut it. Flip the raw edges on the inside, and then do a straight stitch to seal it off. And there you go. You officially have made a pair of overalls.
Thought I'd come around, let you know what's up now. No music lately, so my mind's been kinda up down. Been taking care of my wife and baby somehow. Disappeared from the scene and left my old team. Had to find a new approach to an old dream. But it's not to take a shot at my old team. I just want you to see this is me. So please accept me for who I am. And please accept me for what I do. I'm doing everything that I can, and all I wanna be is true.
So
and
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So I think they turned out really good. I'm really happy with them. Please give it a thumbs up if you like to. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. I do fashion videos, fashion advice videos, vlogs, tutorials, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys here next time. Bye guys.